Imagine if you didn't have a mom or dad to tuck you in at night. Imagine if you never had somewhere to put your clothes. You didn't even have a dresser, let alone a suitcase. Imagine if someone gave you a black bag and asked you to put all of your belongings in it and asked you to leave your house. Imagine a 3-year-old or 4-year-old or 5-year-old getting their whole life turned upside down when it's not even their fault.
For most of us, it's impossible to imagine being left all alone in the world before we even got a chance to learn our ABCs. Failed by the very people who were supposed to keep us safe, warm, fed, and clothed. It's a sad reality for children all across America, and New York City is no exception. One nonprofit is on a mission to change that. They're a foster care agency known as the Seamen Society for Children and Families. Seamen Society was founded in the mid-1800s to provide relief and protection for orphan children. It was in this church on Beekman Street that the organization began. An historical record book kept by Seamen Society details some of the trials that the children had to endure. His mother deserted him, and he was found in a fearful condition and brought to the home 3 years ago. His mother has never been to see him. She is now in the poorhouse. 1873.
Many people in Seamen's read the book when it came out some years ago, The Orphan Train, where whether it be through disease or through war or through conflict, young children lost their parents and had no place to go and were literally placed on trains and sent out to various parts of America. So Seamen Society replaced that model.
When I joined Seamen Society, I sort of related to the fact that everybody needs some mentorship or somebody to take care of them, or to at least have the ability to know there's a stopgap, and Seamen's provides that.
When a family walks through our doors, it's really not a good thing. For us to be working with them means that their experience was one likely filled with an incredible amount of pain, anger, sadness, and rejection. Our work is to step in to help these families heal, rebuild, and ultimately reunite.
I got into the agency because when I moved to Staten Island, I was just reading ads, foster parents needed, children need a home. I looked at my husband looked at me. He goes, let's go for it, because there's a lot of children out there in need that need caring, a loving home, and a parent to advocate and do for them what their parents can't do for them.
Coming into a stable home is so important. That's where you can rebuild that love, you can rebuild that connection, rebuild that trust, or start to rebuild the help that birth parents need to reconnect with their children. Sometimes a foster placement does not mean that a child will be removed. Sometimes it's about trying to rebuild and that kinship and reconnecting with the family.
There's good, there's bad, there's a lot of crying because you get emotional, they get emotional, so you go apart with them and start, feeling what they feel, and then just giving them the higher support. Do you need to see a doctor? Do I need to take you? And running to emergency rooms, psych wards, and being there until they get treated. And they saw that they didn't have that in that parent, so they saw that in me.
I think of the 14-year-old whose parents died when she was 6, whose older brother raised her and abused her, who because of this trauma and abuse was in and out of psych hospitals from the moment she came into care, whose foster parents saw and understood the pain, whose foster parent held her and carried her from room to room because that's what she needed in that moment.
We serve an underserved population. We are the most affected by low-income families in the communities, and this is a community for which I come from. I am a local Staten Islander, native to West Brighton area, and growing up in that area, I was able to see the challenges that the children and families face firsthand. Our families really need that help. Our families really need that support. Our families really need those resources in order for our children to be able to make it.
One of the first things that I did in my start as the CEO of Seamen Society, one of the first things I signed was an actual adoption agreement, and I literally broke down and cried.
What were you feeling?
Overwhelming sense of joy, responsibility, the weight of my position, because I serve as a guardian to the children. So it kind of hit me. But then, well, about a year or so later, I had an opportunity to witness an adoption and go there. Just everyone was overjoyed. It was a great thing. Even the judge, it was just like, you could tell. So I think those are the kinds of moments that you really remember and are really special.
Just because a child had a difficult start in life doesn't mean that they can't have an absolutely phenomenal future.
We give hope to children who might not find another place to see it.
Meeting the families, meeting the foster care parents, meeting the young folks, really listening to their stories, it's very uplifting. And if you haven't been involved or you haven't come to an event, you really should.
And once you see these kids, it's a heart melting situation. You feel it right away, like you need to help these children. That's the way I feel.
The children of New York City need your support.
Donate now for children in need.
Donate now to help eliminate domestic violence.
Donate now so a child can receive equitable access to an education.
Donate now and make a difference in your community.
We are
We are
We are Seamen Society.